Oh man, am I glad to see you. I have missed these little get-togethers. I'm John Zidar. This is On Top and Hot, and this is Wednesday. It's November 19th. Now, what I really like to do on this show is to share hot penny stocks with you. I'm a day trader. I trade stocks under $5 virtually every single day. And I'm always looking for a hot penny stock, one that has potential to make us money. Now, granted, most of the stocks I share with you, I find when I'm looking at the charts. Being a day trader, I'm looking for stocks that are going to move in the next day or two. Well, Spectral Capital, ticker FCCN, has got a decent chart, but it's not what I would call a breakout chart. But that's not why I'm looking at it. I like Spectral Capital for the long haul. This company is dealing with a new technology that is going to become ubiquitous. Just like the iPhone, it's going to be everywhere doing things we can't even imagine. The company deals with quantum computing. Now, this is going to be as much fun to explain to you as biotechs. So much of it goes over my head, but I'm going to do my best because I think the company has got a lot to offer here. They're basically transitioning us from what we know to what we need to know. And they've got a lot of different products that they're going to be doing that with. So FCCN is a company here in the United States based out of Washington. They finished the day at $4.43, and they were up 2.25% today. Now, this is a hot penny stock on the OTC. She's on the middle tier, the QB, which we like to refer to as the better tier. Better than what, you might ask? Better than the pinks. The pinks don't give you any validated information. You got to come up to the QB to start getting that. And what is that validated information? Filings. First thing is they have to audit their financials. They don't do that on the pinks. Here we got to get a CPA to look at them. So we're going to get actual, factual numbers, not just tallies. We're going to be able to use these numbers to weigh the company up. Those are called fundamentals. And then you get all the rest of the filings as well. And I trust filings more than I trust news presses. The company's also got that verified profile and that verified transfer agent, which I'm telling you to look for on any OTC stock. They tell us that she's a shell risk. This means that they're in business, but they're not reporting any revenues. I'm not sure that's the case. We'll find out when we get there. And they list independent directors here. Now on this website, the OTCmarkets.com website, when you list independent directors over here, it means you have serious aspirations of uplisting. And I do believe this company intends to go to the NASDAQ. I haven't found any dates yet, but I do believe they are quite serious about doing that. So, what is this company all about? Well, we'll start right here, and then we're going to jump on over to their website. Spectral Capital focuses on investing in and nurturing early-stage startups that are engaged in developing quantum computing technologies. Quantum computing represents a monumental leap forward from traditional computing, utilizing principles of quantum mechanics such as superposition and entanglement to perform operations at speeds unattainable by classic computers. This technology has the potential to revolutionize various industries by solving complex problems much more efficiently than current technologies allow. Folks, quantum computing is not anything like regular computers. Regular computers work with bits. They work with the ones and the zeros. And that's what you've got, a yes and a no, an off and an on, up and a down, left and a right. And that's all our computers do. Quantum computers have 4 positions. They have that yes and that no, but they also have what they call superposition and entanglement. Now, there's no way I can explain it to you because I don't fully understand it, but I can give you a very oversimplified example of what these are. Superpositioning is taking yes and no at the same time and having them both exist. Having 2 particles that take up the same amount of space and volume, but they're doing opposite things. And yet, we can acquire information from this. But this is thinking outside of the box. This isn't how people think. This isn't how our computers think. You need to have a quantum computer to do this. The other one is entanglement. That's the 4th position. Entanglement is even trickier to explain. An oversimplified version of entanglement would be to take 6 flashlights and point them all in the same area, and all the light converges into one spot. Well, you can't tell the difference from one photon from this flashlight and a photon from that flashlight getting in there. And the entanglement connects 2 of these particles together so that whatever happens with one happens with the other, regardless of the distance between them. We're talking wireless. It doesn't matter if it's an inch, if it's from one end of the country to the other, or if it's from one planet to another. I do think it limits itself to a light year. It doesn't work past the speed of light. I do believe. Wow, do I sound like I know something? I'm just repeating stuff I've read. So we are going to be able to think outside of the box using information that we're going to give the computers. Now, these are different than, say, AI. AI is a very smart computer, but it's more like a butler. It does things we ask it to do within the parameters we tell it to work within. Quantum computing works outside of the box. That's the best way I can say it, folks. It thinks in ways we just don't think of. And it's going to come up with solutions we just can't think of. Now, without trying to explain too much more of it, let's jump on over to the website. So we're now over here at the company's website. This is spectralcapital.com. They got lots of information over here about different subsidiaries that they have, and I do want to touch on to them. But that's really all we're going to do is touch on to them. Because of time constraints and intellectual constraints, we're not going to be doing a deep dive. So I'm going to leave that up to you. So let's get a little information about what the company is first before we look at what they're doing. The company is a publicly traded company. They are a holdings company, but they are also an incubator. That means that they go out looking for startup companies involved with quantum computing, and they give them whatever it is they need to grow, whether that be hardware and technology, expertise, research and development, or just hard cash. Whatever it is they need to grow, they're going to give it to this company, and ultimately probably plan on it becoming its own entity and being spun out onto the major exchange, which would avail us dividends. Anytime a company does a spin out, we get free shares in that new company. So that's the sort of thing that they're working on. Plus, they have their own innovations, their own technologies. So the company does provide shareholders with a unique opportunity to access the quantum computing sector. They acquire developing companies that have groundbreaking technologies and solutions that address complex business challenges. They then guide and empower each new venture, keeping them on track and focused on growth by applying a clear roadmap during all development and growth phases. Now, jumping on over here to the most recent news press, we can get some more information. In today's data-driven world, the rapid acceleration in demand for data infrastructure is pushing traditional systems to their limits. The global market for cloud computing is projected to reach over $1 trillion by 2030, with average growth exceeding 15%, which underscores the urgency for sustainable, scalable, and secure cloud infrastructure. Now, when cloud first came out, it was just for people, just me and you, consumers, and it was big business. Cloud was exploding. Then came along AI. It generated a heck of a lot more data than our clouds could hold, so they created AI clouds, which are big business right now, booming and growing. And now they've got, you've guessed it, quantum computing cloud that is going to be growing in places we just can't even think of yet. They go on to tell us that Vogon Cloud's adaptable infrastructure can address the unique needs of diverse industries. For example, financial institutions. With their stringent security and compliance demands, they can benefit from Vogon Cloud's encrypted, decentralized ledger system, ensuring secure data handling. What we're talking about is quantum computing meets blockchain. You get all the computational power of quantum computing, but you get all the security of blockchain. In healthcare, Vogon Cloud enables rapid data access across distributed facilities, improving both patient care and research. The IoT sector, Internet of Things, which has often faced barriers due to fragmented infrastructure and limited scalability, stands to gain substantially from Vogon Cloud's edge-first architecture. Each data center is designed to operate on renewable wind and solar energy sources, transforming traditionally high-energy data processing into revenue-generating, eco-friendly ventures. Vogon Cloud's modular units are crafted to support up to 15,000 small and medium-sized enterprises or up to 150 large enterprises, empowering the organizations to reduce their environmental footprint without sacrificing performance. By repurposing underutilized urban spaces or water-cooled locations, Vogon Cloud fosters unique partnerships for landowners, investors, and companies alike. So that gives you a general idea of what the company is doing. Let's take a look at some of their products. One of their first products is called the Quantum Bridge Program. Now, from what I gather here, the Quantum Bridge Program is their incubator program, helping other companies. But I have seen the Quantum Bridge words being used for other things in the company right now. So there could be a lot more to the Quantum Bridge Program than I'm aware of. The Quantum Bridge Program is a pioneering innovative designed to accelerate the development and commercialization of quantum computing startups. As we stand on the brink of a quantum revolution, this program is very well timed and essential. Quantum computing promises to transform industries, solve complex problems, and drive technological advancements that were previously unimaginable. The Quantum Bridge Program is posed to lead the next wave of innovation and ensure that quantum technologies reach their full potential. By fostering an ecosystem where startups can access the necessary resources, expertise, and support, the program positions itself as a critical catalyst for the next technological revolution in quantum computing. The program offers a unique blend of support services, including access to advanced quantum hardware, developmental tools, collaborative research and development, financial backing, and educational initiatives. So this is their primary focus, is working with startup companies and giving them all the advantages that they need to become successful. And ultimately, that's going to be good for us because these companies will start to generate revenues and then they'll become strong enough to become their own entity and be spun out. And then we're going to get free shares in that company. The next one is called NOOT. NOOT is a quantum computing search engine with blockchain technology keeping it secure. Best I can explain. NOOT harnesses the power of quantum computing and security to create a more secure collective intelligence, leveraging insights from a wide array of disciplines and the expertise shared in coalitions stored on a distributed quantum ledger database. That's a quantum blockchain, powered by sustainable green micro data centers worldwide. With NOOT, you gain access to a world-class expert in any field at your fingertips, ready to guide you through the complexities of the quantum era with unparalleled wisdom and insight, creating a new kind of quantum web search experience. Now, they had a piece of news come out here back September 6th. They tell us that the company is pioneering in quantum computing and security technologies and has launched its Authentic Intelligence Program, which we're calling NOOT, a groundbreaking social media platform designed for the quantum era. This innovative platform is powered by NOOT's advanced ontological technologies and the Vogon Cloud, ensuring unprecedented levels of privacy, security, and meaningful connections. The Authentic Intelligence Program is powered by NOOT's quantum intelligence and the innovative Vogon Cloud, which leverages the quantum blockchain on a decentralized cloud. This architecture ensures that user data and communications are secure against even the most advanced future threats. The platform also empowers users with the unparalleled control over their personal information, providing a higher level of security and privacy. With these new computers coming out, the advent of quantum computing creates bigger threats. Truth of the matter is, quantum technology can break any password we put out there. All of our cryptology is insufficient against quantum computing. So quantum computing has to create its own offensive, defensive programming to fight against quantum attacks. And that too is what this company is working with. Another one of their subsidiaries is called Monitr. And you might be interested in this. Monitr's core services are advanced financial analysis, real-time market insights, and educational resources, collectively transforming today's financial markets by offering deep, actionable intelligence and facilitating a seamless transition to quantum computing. These services empower shareholders with enhanced decision-making capabilities and provide the necessary tools and knowledge to leverage cutting-edge technologies for superior strategic outcomes. This is a tool for us investors or hedge funds or investment companies, anybody that's investing in the market. And it doesn't just take the market's news, not just the numbers and the volume and all that stuff. It goes to all the stuff we read. All of the social media posts, the articles, the news, the filings, anything that's out there, webcams, webinars, white papers. It takes all of that stuff and puts it all together for us and gives us actionable insights that we can put to use. I think I have a little more information here from a piece of news that came out on October 22nd. Spectral's Monitr announces the launch of market news analysis platforms for investors. Monitr provides a significant advantage by investors by uncovering the news and information in real time. The company announced today the portfolio company Monitr has launched its financial market news analysis platform and service. The Monitr platform finds, aggregates, and analyzes thousands of news articles and opinions daily, calculating the sentiment, trend, and impact on equities, sectors, and indices for each article or social media post in real time. The Monitr service provides analysts for 7,000 public traded companies, major indices like the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the Russell 2000. Along with exchanges including the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, and the TSX, which is on the Canadian exchange. The Monitr service is web-based, making it easy to access from any desktop or tablet. And that's the great thing about all their products. These are all accessible through the internet. That's the whole point. You don't have to have any quantum hardware. You don't have to have any quantum technology expertise or knowledge. That is what they're doing. They are creating products that will transition us from where we are to where we're going in an easy fashion. Monitr is a very ambitious project, and now that it is available to the public, has the potential to be a game changer for individual investors as well as financial institutions and hedge funds. Their big product right now, which I can't get a whole lot of news on, there is, but not in bearable chunks. This is their cloud. The cloud, Vogon Cloud, offers a revolutionary platform that guides companies through a crawl, walk, run journey. It calls this the quantum bridge strategy. See, there's that quantum bridge again. Migrating companies from today's traditional cloud environments to the quantum-powered solutions of tomorrow. A strategy leveraging quantum VM and other emerging technologies to transition businesses from classical cloud environments to quantum-powered decentralized cloud ecosystems. Now, I believe I've got some more information from news. I really can't explain a lot of this, folks, because it is over my head, but I'm sure if we take the time to do some more due diligence and research and read it slowly, we'll probably start to understand it more. And they do want us to understand it, so I'm sure if you do a deep dive, you'll get a lot of good information. The role of Vogon Cloud in shaping the future. At the core of the Authentic Intelligence Program is Vogon Distributed Quantum Ledger Database, decentralized on the Vogon Cloud, a cutting-edge system that provides a solid, future-ready data foundation. By distributing data across multiple servers, the Vogon Cloud ensures that no single point of failure exists, making the platform both resilient and secure. Its quantum-ready architecture means that the database is prepared to handle the computational demands of quantum computers, ensuring that the platform can evolve seamlessly as technology advances. The platform's interface is user-friendly, allowing individuals to effortlessly navigate and interact while the robust security measures work silently in the background to protect their data. Whether you're sharing, connecting, or exploring content, the experience is smooth, responsive, and secure. And that is the whole point of what they're doing. All of their products are transitioning us from what we're used to with our regular cloud, our regular internet, to the more advanced quantum cloud, quantum computing, which we're probably all evolving into one way or another. Little more information here. They tell us that back in August of this year, the company was pleased to announce a successful completion of their acquisition of Node Nexus, an industry trailblazer in decentralized edge and hybrid computing integrated with quantum computing technology. There's a lot of information in that one wee sentence there. With the acquisition of Node Nexus, Spectral is poised to deliver a comprehensive suite of quantum computing solutions to enterprises and governments worldwide. This is where we get Vogon Cloud. We also get Quantum VM, over 100 pending patents, an expert team of 20 quantum computing specialists, 2 more subsidiaries we acquired, which I'm going to touch on too, IBA technology, which is for secure transactions, and TVF technology for sustainable data centers. The company has acquired 100% of Node Nexus, and Node Nexus was rebranded as Vogon Cloud, aligning with Spectral Suite's services. So Node Nexus is the cloud, and they've gotten 2 more subsidiaries along with this, IBA technology and TVF technology. So let's take a quick gander at these. Now let me back up and show you what this stands for. They tell us that TVF stands for Teca Verdis Fines. Sounds like Latin to me. I don't know what it stands for, but I'm going to presume it does not stand for this right here. This says home to the future of sustainable green decentralized edge and hybrid cloud physical infrastructure technology supporting quantum as a service. Now they really don't get my world is moving. Look at me, I'm God. I can move the world. Wow, where are we at? All right, anyways, you come down here, click any one of these, and it brings you to one page that has all their information. And basically, they are defining their data centers. Quantum as a service is a cloud-based service that gives users access to quantum computing resources over the internet without the need for them to own quantum computing hardware or even have knowledge of quantum mechanics. Hard to believe we can do this, right? It operates on a pay-per-use or subscription model, making it cost-effective and accessible for businesses, researchers, and developers. Essentially, QaaS allows users to experiment with, develop, and run quantum computing applications to solve complex problems in fields like optimization, cryptography, and material science. So you're talking about their data centers where they have all their own infrastructure, they have all of their own technology that others in the public can make use of. But other companies can also use their own infrastructure and put it into these data centers. So the company is really bending over backwards to do everything they can to help anybody that wants to get into quantum computing. The very last one is IBA. IBA is Innovation-Backed Assets. This is a program to help third world nations around the world. Our mission: IBA revolutionizes sustainable global infrastructure financing using quantum as a service, DQ, LDB, and next-gen hardware, fused with legacy blockchains and supply chain technology. The task before us is to create an ecosystem that will help to finance sustainable infrastructure in developing nations, leveraging existing commodity supply chains and innovative financial instruments using advanced quantum technology. They're all simple words, but when you put them all together, it creates this very complex picture. I got one more piece of information down here to share with you on this. The vision of IBA is to drive positive change and sustainable development in third world nations by integrating financial innovation with sustainability. It achieves this through custodianship and rigorous monitoring of assets in transit, ensuring secure and transparent management of commodities that back infrastructure projects, thereby unlocking new opportunities for infrastructure development and promoting a more sustainable future. Yeah. A lot of that just went right over my head, folks. They are helping third world nations by evaluating their commodities in transit in a different way, and I can't explain it to you. August 27th of this year, they had a news press come out that IBA of San Marino announced a strategic license agreement with Crowd Unit, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of CrowdPoint Technologies. IBA will utilize Crowd Unit's precise asset valuation technology to enhance its own operations, offering unprecedented accuracy and scalability in commodity asset management through the use of quantum value units. The integration assures precise and reliable asset management and valuation during transit. I don't know what I'm reading. Did you understand what I said? Folks, they're involved in a lot of different things that have to do with finances, that have to do with the supply chain. They're doing this through quantum computing and securing it through blockchain. And they're coming up with all sorts of innovative ways to do this. And to try to explain them all would just drive me nuts because I wouldn't know how to do it. So I'm going to count on you to do some more deep diving, folks. That's what it's going to take. But as you can see, the company's involved in a lot of different things. And I, for one, am really excited about the cloud. The cloud doesn't just offer a place to store your information, but you also get that quantum computing power to help you. Not knowing anything about it, I can't even explain it to you. So there's a lot of information on their website. There's probably a lot of information in their most recent financial. Since they're doing 10Ks and 10Qs, you're going to get a lot of information there. And you probably can get a lot of information just going around the internet. I did see quite a lot out there. All right, let's go take a look at the news now for the company. Now, the company's got a lot of news, and there's just no way we can go through it all and do it justice. So I'm going to highlight some of the important stuff, but that doesn't mean the rest isn't important. Now, we've touched on to a lot of this, deals that they've made and such, but we've only been talking about it generally. You want some more specific information? Dive into these news presses. So I've scrolled back here to August 22nd, when the company informs us they completed the acquisition of Node Nexus. We did touch on to this. This is the one that got rebranded as Vogon Cloud. At the beginning of September, the company unveils NOOT, the Authentic Intelligence Beta Program, a new kind of social media for the quantum era. Again, we did generally talk about this, but didn't get into any serious information. So again, I would recommend you dive into this news press. On the 10th of September, the company announces another strategic acquisition, one we have not heard of until now, Quanto, pioneering the future of quantum search technology. This came out September 10th. The company is excited to announce the acquisition of Quanto, a groundbreaking company at the forefront of quantum tomography technology. Quanto, short for quantum tomography, has developed a revolutionary quantum algorithm designed to redefine the future of search engines, surpassing traditional search methods employed by industrial giants such as Google. In a world where there is just so much data that we don't know what we don't know or even what questions to ask, this acquisition helps us to solve that problem. The integration of their advanced quantum tomography technology with our quantum bridge framework enables us to create the world's most efficient, scalable, and contextually aware search engine. One that will revolutionize how data is processed, retrieved, and leveraged in the form of information that is relevant to us. I'm kind of excited to see what that's going to be all about. The next day, the 11th of September, the company acquired CrowdUnit, a strategic move aligned with the Quantum Bridge Initiative. We talked in general about that as well. Now we've got 3 pieces of news here, changing up their management, adding to it. Spectral Capital appoints Dr. Wolf Cohn to Quantum Bridge Advisory. They add Agby Alexander to the board of directors. And then they welcome Derek Youngblood to their advisory board. Now there's one other piece of news here I wish we had time to dive into. This is actually an interview with Sean Brem. And he's talking about the relevance, the value, and the importance of what they call human identity. How each one of us individually impact the economy and where. For example, you might sell your old used iPhone. You buy a cup of coffee and you bought gas. Well, these are 3 separate sectors, industries that you're supporting. And you support a lot of different industries. And this quantum computing has an algorithm to figure all of this out for what we're worth, what value we have to the economy. Egads, I don't know if I want to know what I'm worth to the economy. So there is a lot of information in these news presses, folks. They go into a lot of details. So if you really want to learn about this company and all the exciting things they're doing, take the time to read this. This is a company I think is going to be around for a long, long time, and I think they're going to grow bigger and bigger. All right, let's go take a look at some information about the stock now. As you've probably already guessed, we're back here at the OTC markets to get the rest of this information. Looking at the relative volume, particular FCCN, over the last 30 days, she's been averaging a daily volume of, whoa, that's way down there, 5,400 shares a day. Folks, that is way, way under the radar, even on the OTC market. And even though she did more than double that today to 14,000, she's still way under the radar. And I think she's under the radar because quantum computing is just over our heads. Most investors don't understand it, and I think that's what's keeping most of them away. But I think as news comes out talking more and more about quantum computing and its relevance in society, I think investors are going to just swarm to quantum computing, which would make us the smart people because we're here early. Take a look at the share structure for FCCN. Well, that's looking pretty good. Actually, that's looking really good. Our outstanding share count is well under 100 million. We're down here at about 68 million. But look how many the insiders own. About 58 million. Tell me they don't believe in their product. And that leaves us with an absolute low float of 10 million shares. I am liking the share structure. Market cap for the company, we're at about 293 million. Financials for the company. Are they making any money? Doesn't actually look like it. Back in 2022, they had $98,000 coming to them. It's not $98. We've got to add 3 zeros to any of the numbers on any of these charts. Now, where that money came from and where it went, I don't know. Quarterly, we got anything coming in? Nope. No revenues yet. But you can see we've got a lot of things in gear. So I'm expecting revenues soon. How soon? I really don't know. Take a look at the balance sheet. Thank God for those 3 zeros, right? We've got $102,000 in the bank, cash and cash equivalents, which looks to be all of their assets, $102,000. They had liabilities of $362, but pulled that down. Now it's $140, so we're left with a little bit of deficit in this company of about $38,000. Now, when I look at this, folks, it looks like a startup company, doesn't it? We have little bit of assets, little bit of liabilities, no revenues yet. And when you look at the chart, you're going to see that really things kicked into gear at the end of May, beginning of June. The company had no news since 2015. Then they had news come out at the end of May, beginning of June, and boom, it just lit up. They brought out their Quantum Accelerator. They uplisted to the QB, and that's when the stock got hot. And she's cooled down, but she is on a gradual climb right now. So it is almost like they're a startup company just getting ready to go. And I think we are looking at it at a good time. Take a look now at our disclosures. We've got an 8K here that came out today. What would this one be? Material definitive agreement. Looks like they're moving around some shares about the deal that they had entered into with Node Nexus. They're taking care of some share transfers right now. Looks like they're late on their 10Q. This is their quarterly report. The NT, think of that as saying not. We're not filing our 10Q on time. By filing this form, that buys them 5 extra days on the quarterly. If you file this for an annual, it buys you 15 days. So they've got until, I think it'll probably be tomorrow. Hopefully we see that come out. And I'd be interested in looking at that. Then we've got 2 SC13s down here. I do believe these are both the same one. The A at the end means they're amended. These are filed whenever you have a new investor come on board who buys so many shares, they become a partner. They're an insider now. And I do believe this was Sky Labs. I think that's who it was, and they got about 6% of the company. So we've got a lot going on with the company right now, folks. There's a lot of news you can read. There's a lot of information over at their websites, and they do give us a lot of information. But obviously, I could not go into it all. And I'm not even sure if I did, you'd understand it. I know I probably wouldn't. All right, let's talk about something I do understand. The chart. Welcome to my playground. I have a heck of a lot of fun here. This is my free trading platform, Thinkorswim. Right now, we're taking a look at Spectral Capital, ticker FCCN. Got her opened up to a 2-year, 1-day time frame. Now you see the green bars right here. This is when the news came out, May of 2024. This is a 2-year chart. So you can see how long she was absolutely doing nothing. When the news came out, when she uplisted to the OTCQB, when they brought out their quantum accelerator, she ripped. Now let's dive down to the 6-month 4-hour view. We can still see our rip here. Back in April, she was at 4 cents. She jumped up to $5.20 by July. That is over a 10,000% run right there. Every $100 bill you'd had in down there would have made you $10,000 up here. She did come back down. She bounced on the 20, went sideways waiting for the 50, has clung to the 50, though she's dipped under it and climbed over it. She's been hanging around the 50. Then all of a sudden, our 200-day haul comes into the picture, so it jumps directly up to the 200 haul because it has more data. You can trust it more, so it is up there now, riding across there, and you can see we are on a very strong support right there. She has been sitting on that, and that's what she's riding on right now. Now let's come on down to our 20-day 1-hour view. So she's basically sitting on that support. She's dipping under it and coming back up. Dipping under it and coming back up. She's fighting hard. But our 200-day MA, which started the climb, leveled off right here and is just now starting to fall. Not looking too promising. Our oscillators down here, our PPO is falling, our MACD is falling, our RSI is falling. So I might expect that she is going to come underneath this, which wouldn't be a bad thing because I'm looking for a buy-in right now. Right? I want to get in for a long run, so I want to get a good price here. Take a look at the 5-day, 15-minute. So she is bouncing around. She's up here at $5. Our support here is at $4.45. That is like, 55-cent bounce up and down right now. Dipped under it a little bit and came right back up. What do our MAs look like? Well, they're kind of all coming down right now. Every single MA, our oscillators, they're also coming down. As I said, though, this isn't a bad thing. I'm looking for an entry. Now, what I'm planning on doing, maybe I buy 1,000 shares. I'm not going to buy all of it at one time. If I'm in it for a long hold, I can't guarantee the stock's going to just climb. Right? Very likely it's going to fall sooner or later. So if I buy 25% now and she does fall, Celebrations. I can buy more shares. I can average down. And when she starts to run, then I'll buy the rest of the shares at my price or a little bit above. So honestly, folks, I like FCCN, though I don't understand everything that they do. I don't know anybody who probably does. And if they did and tried to explain it to me, I still wouldn't understand it. But I'm trusting that the company does, and I'm believing that quantum computing is going to be far bigger than AI, and it is going to help our societies in ways that we can't even imagine. And I would like to be in on that early. FCCN is a stock I'm picking for a long hold. You do your own due diligence and research, folks. Please. I think you'll find it exciting too. Hopefully you'll understand more than I do. Remember, folks, the more you know, the more you're going to grow. See ya.